stoners saying things.
Weird Al, dude, he's the definition of a fucking like the integrity of a performer. His parents died while he was on tour, and he like canceled like a couple dates and then still stayed out on tour. Isn't that nuts, dude? Imagine that. Jesus, you gotta go out there and make fucking mad people laugh like fucking
while you're feeling like a bum.
Yeah,
shit bum.
Oh man, Weird Al's one of my heroes without a doubt.
You know what my hero is?
Who that? Yeah.
Oh. Oh shit! Stoners saying things. I'm 50 funny names. Joined by Joe Buddy and mine and Skate Edson always.
Yep.
And today's special guest for the sesh is our longtime homie Kyle Burtman. What up, Kyle?
Hey, what's up, Fitty?
What do you want to be called for this? What do you call yourself out there in the wild Midwest?
No, he's in the West. He's not the
Midwest.
West. He's in the West.
I don't know. I'm fucking retarded, man.
When I moved out there, I kind of started going by Kyle to disassociate myself from my juvenile self a little bit. So it wasn't necessarily my juvenile self. It was just people who know me comfortably just call me Burtman, you know? And it's kind of like, in the way people say it, I can kind of get like a... Like, I mean, because, what the fuck? If you're on a first-name basis with somebody, are you really friends with them? You know, it's kind of bullshit. You know, I don't call you Derek, you know? Like,
that'd be weird, honestly.
No, seriously. Right? Sometimes, like, I feel like sometimes it's all contextual at that point and situational. Like, certain situations, I would call him Derek. Certain situations, I don't call him 50.
Yeah, whenever we've, you know...
Like, we've also worked together on multiple situations, and I feel like that's probably the first time I ever called you Derek.
Oh, I was just gonna say, because, you know,
100%.
as everybody knows, Joe runs Mass Cannabis Chefs. Check out masscannabischefs.com, and we've worked together there, and then also in other kitchens.
Restaurants before then.
Yeah, so, like you said, but then also, would be, like, even in the same time period... would be like at a show at one of our concerts or whatever, and then people would be running around. You would be calling me 50. It's like so interchangeable, the damn nicknames. And I always wondered that, and because I was called Kyle. What are we gonna call you for this? Yeah, Burtman. I'm calling you Burtman, dude, for this shit. Because I've always called him Burtman, and then also Burtman Bear Pig. Keep it really old school. But yeah, Burtman is a longtime friend of me and Joe's. And do you know Skate? Did you know Nate beforehand?
Yeah, for sure. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say, hell yeah, that's what I'm saying.
At hotels.
Yeah.
All kinds of
I feel like that's
parties.
where we all met, though, was at hotels.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's just kind of how that worked out.
Well, I remember meeting you, Joe. You remember meeting me at Walnut, and then at one of our shows.
The Emerald Street fucking, the Dirty Sea release party was the first night I met Joe, yeah. That was the first night. But you guys were too fucked up and didn't remember much of that meeting.
We were drinking tequila from 4 o'clock in the morning.
I didn't recall that meeting happened until years later. So.
Yo, I remember you from that infamous party where the kid went out the fucking second-story window.
Kid out the window.
Oh, were you at that show?
That was the Giggles' birthday.
You were there? Yeah, you were there. Yeah. Oh my
Nate
god.
remembers when we going out the
Was it
window.
a Worcester thing?
It was in Gardner.
Dude, we were out.
The show was in Gardner, and then the fucking it was bomb fuck. Bomb fuck, bro.
Oh my god. There was like train. There was like train.
It was like 2 hours out.
Yo.
Oh, worse than that, bro. We were fucking past Gardner.
What kind of show is it?
It's just a fucking...
Just a yoke.
An Elks Hall birthday show, okay?
The relocation of though.
Yeah, relocated show that was supposed to be somewhere else originally.
It was this girl's 18th birthday party.
21st birthday party.
And it was 21st birthday party.
Yeah.
Okay, out in Gardner, and then it was like at a fucking Elks Lodge, like Joe just said. And we went out there, and by the time we showed up,
Frequency.
That's
where I met T1 Frequency.
T1 Frequency, B Loco, all those fucking goony fucks. Shout out to all y'all, whoever's left
all y'all
alive.
goony fucks. To all y'all goony fucks. That was when T1 showed me the pictures of the fucking AK bullet in the girl's asshole. I thought that was awesome. That dude was that bullet that he wore on the chain. You don't remember that fucking necklace he used to wear?
Yeah.
I asked him what was up with the bullet. He said he just likes to stick it in girls' buttholes, and then he showed me fucking a bunch of pictures of that bullet in like multiple girls' buttholes.
So Mike was was at that party?
Yeah, he was one of the DJs.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
a weird. That's two different scenes that kind of merged there.
He
Yeah,
was one of the
dude.
DJs, yeah.
Oh, you know, so you know Mike too? Yo, he
kids,
did the Edith
That's
Brown
how he
beat
fucking-
and like a
that's
couple
how
beat,
he-
the
well,
Sponge
oh,
beat,
no shit.
different
Okay.
Weird
Oh,
Diane
yeah,
beats.
bro.
Fuck yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, man. Ask him about the bullet and then the girls' buttholes.
The bullet and the girl's buttholes.
Just ask him, yeah.
Actually,
It was a great story. I thought that was incredible.
that was a great story. And,
That was a-
and at that it said house party where I remember meeting Joe was there was these two girls. They were like boxing each other, and in the melee, Nate was there too. In the melee of them fist fighting,
Kid, what's up?
they all spilled over to this kid who was like sleeping, like in
Out
a
cold.
chair, out cold. The melee spills on top of him. He stands up abruptly to try to run away.
Right, yeah.
Goes
to
for
the
this
bathroom.
door.
I went out the bathroom to piss.
He went to
He
to
was
do me and
like
Nate watched
bouncing,
the shit
yo,
there.
It looked like-
I'm telling you.
He
It looked like
popped up,
He did. He popped up instantly.
went right for the door,
and slid that shit open and went out. Boom.
bang, dude, because the door went to nowhere.
Nowhere, nothing,
And for
no
some reason,
balcony.
nobody locked it or blocked it off or nothing. And we were 2 stories up, and there was scrap metal down below. And like, you can't make this shit up. And me and Nate and some fat dude in a 3-piece tuxedo.
No, it was Bloody Body Boy's
Bloody
friend.
Body
No,
Boys.
it was his boy. That
Bloody-
kid that he used to run with.
Bloody Body Boy's boy.
Bloody body boy.
Bloody body-
boys. Bloody body boy.
Oh my lord. Yeah. Jesus Christ. So that's how me and Joe met.
Yeah.
But not really. We apparently met before that. And me and you were
You
kind
guys
of
did
like
Rhyme or
con-
Die that night. I remember.
and
That
I
was-
chipped Pat's tooth with the microphone because there was like strobe light on and we're all like fucking.
That was like right after I met
moshing.
Wayne too, because I knew Rhyme or Die, but Wayne. I thought Wayne was like gonna be there. When I heard the song, I was like, "Wait, Wayne's here?" Looked around, Wayne wasn't there.
Yo, I totally fucked over Dirt and had him super lost, and he kept on calling me, like blowing me up. Now it devolved into me just like yelling at him, like telling him to fuck off. Like
Dude,
I was
fuck
like,
that
look
kid."
at the train tracks, bro. Go follow the train. I'm fucking busy. We were like tearing apart this fucking girl's house.
Dude,
we
it was
were
like a garage.
It was a garage. It was a room
garage.
above a car
Above a
garage
Yeah.
in a barn.
Yo.
It was the most ridiculous shit.
I remember
that
me
shit
and
was
you
out of
like
control.
clowning this kid because we were talking about how we wish there was coke there.
Yeah.
And then little did I know your life, and you were like laughing like you don't even know. And then this random dude, body man, I can't. Everyone is so fucking lame. Juggle on me. Bloody body boy, bloody man, graveyard boy. Fucking was like.
Oh, the kid from New York you talking
Yeah,
about.
he was.
Yes.
He was like.
Yes, I remember that
He was
kid.
like, coke's cool, but sometimes I just like to, like me and like a buddy of mine, just a couple of guys, in like a fat 8-ball, and just a couple guys, maybe even just 2 guys, and some cocaine and just some good guy time. Like me and like Money were like, yeah. Anyways, like and that's like
I like
sick
girls
rate
like-
off.
I like girls
Like,
like
hey, what's
cocaine.
up? Yeah. Somebody, I think it was you. Yeah, he said, yeah. I like girls though, like just to break the tension. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but like the.
Yeah, it was
really-
an interview. We were all fucked up and drunk and really fucked up at
That's
that
what
point.
I'm saying. I don't even remember half the shit, dude.
Bro, I remember vodka being fucking shaken up and sprayed
it was
around like
champagne.
champagne. Okay,
Yeah.
V-Loco, the man fucking sprayed vodka all over like everybody. It
Yeah, it got in this girl's eyes.
Oh, she was so
And
mad.
then the cops came. And,
We were going. I was going by then.
Ambulance and all that.
I
Wrapped
almost
this
got-
kid up on
oh.
a fucking stretcher.
I was going by then.
Were you in the room with us too? We were in
Yeah,
like that
we're like
little
hiding
girl's
away. They're like,
room.
alright, hide until all these police are gone. I'm like in this fucking 5-year-old's bedroom.
We didn't even know these people at all.
No, not
at
in the
all.
slightest.
We're hiding in their like toddler girl's bedroom
They're like,
while
"Just go
cops
down
are like
here."
going through the fucking house. Like, oh my god.
Jesus.
So that's how me and Joe met.
Yeah, it was good times.
And Burtman, do you remember how we met?
Yeah, we met at Necro at the Middle East in Cambridge.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
The guy
sick.
tour?
Yeah, it was like his first out.
No, it was before.
out of Brooklyn.
Before then?
Yeah.
It was the Gory
Oh,
Sex
okay.
and Drugs tour.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gory Drugs,
dude.
Sex and Death tour.
Yes, dude.
And,
so that was his first show at the Middle East?
I think it was the first tour he did outside of Brooklyn.
That's what I thought. I want
Yeah,
to say.
yeah.
Like I
And
thought that was in my mind, but I know that yes, that did.
Yeah.
That was.
That's
They did
sick.
say that. Yeah.
And then I had a box of Coricidin before I went to the show because that was kind of the thing back then. And I was
Uh-huh.
broke. I didn't have any money. then I met up with my buddies on the way to the show, and one of them dosed me, so I was like, well, whatever. So we were in line outside, and I remember you, me and my buddy Fatty, saw you, and you were kind of looked like his weed dealer at the time, so we were calling you Johnny J.
Johnny J.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Do you remember what happened when I was fucking with you? Because I remember seeing you. This is my perspective of the story. I was sitting there, Necro's first show. It really was. I wasn't sure if that was true or not. Necro's first show at the Middle East in Cambridge, and fucking sold out show. Waldo was actually there too. It was me, Waldo, and Zanaboni, and he was. He took some pills from his uncle. I don't even know. It must have been like Seroquel or some like random pill. And like I took one and just felt like sick. And then he took whatever else was in the baggie. He was wandering off. And Zanaboni was somewhere. So I was just hanging out by myself in line. And you guys were in front of the that big ass mural on the side of the Middle East.
Okay.
And I remember you guys had your fucking hands jammed into your hoodies, you're sweating, and you look like owls, like, staring at me, and so I, like, looked once, then you, like, look away, like, awkwardly, and then I look again, and you're, like, still looking at me, and then I walked over to you and your friend, and I was like, what's up, and you were like, yo, man, you just look just like, I thought you said Johnny G, by the way, for the record, and that's what made me laugh, because our boy, Johnny G, yeah. So I remember. Do you remember? I was like, yeah. Like I'm just. I
was just playing along with it. Yeah, I think
and you guys were like, what up? Da, da, da. And then like looking at me weird, and I could tell you guys were tripping balls. And I was like, no, I'm not in. But that's my cousin though. Like, and then you guys were like, no shit, that's so weird. And I was like, nah, I don't know who the fuck you are. Oh man. And then we were just like show buddies for a while, you know, in the Juggalo scene, without a doubt.
Yeah, I saw you at like the next ICP or Twisted show, and you let me crash on the floor, and then I started slowly meeting everybody from like the Plymouth scene.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But I occupied your floor every clown show for the next like 2 years.
Oh yeah.
You always let me crash.
Oh, always.
Hell yeah.
I remember that, and then when I was working at iPotty, we went to some show, and you hooked me up with some rolls. And I remember it was me, you, and Waldo. And we were so fucked up, dude. I remember, I think that might have been, no, that was a different time where I let you guys borrow my car and then you guys like hit a woman or something.
Oh, yeah.
We were fucking wild.
It was me
back
and
in the day.
We was going to a show. We didn't hit the lady herself. We just hit her car.
I just remember.
But it wasn't even that bad. And then we like skated. Later. She was like, I'm going inside to use the payphone. I was like, peace. Later. We're out.
In my car.
We ain't using no.
It was beautiful.
Sorry.
But I remember Burtman, whatever show it was, that you like hooked us up. We were like parachuting fucking pills and shit.
Yeah.
We went and all did our thing, and then the next morning we like reconvened at my car, and you were still rolling tits, big surprise. And then you hooked up me and Waldo with some more fucking rolls, and we were trying to leave the Hampton, and then I hit Tracy's car, and she called herself Shang-Roulette at the time.
Oh, Jesus.
Remember? It was that long ago. That fucking long ago. And that's how I met Tracy, though. Because, like, all of a sudden, like, I came out, and she's like, yo, like, it's cool, but da-da-da, and then Papo came out of the cut, like, fucking mediated the situation, and now we're all friends. But, and then we were too, I realized we were too fucked up, and you were way more fucked up, but confident enough to drive my car.
Yes, I remember
and
that.
then you drove the car. For some reason, me and Waldo sat in the back seat. Why did we do that? I'll never remember why. And I remember you telling us stories, and you kept on, like, fucking turning around, like, completely turning around, like fucking Lloyd Christmas in Dumb and Dumber when he's driving fucking Mary to the airport, like fully facing us, like, oh, it was beautiful, dude. And we were laughing so hard, trying to say, like, look at the road, but like we couldn't, like, oh man, we had some fucking times.
I mean, when you're that confident at something, how can you fail?
Yeah, you didn't fail.
Yeah.
You got us home.
Yeah.
Props to Burtman. So, anyways, we're here today because Burtman's out in Colorado now, but he's in town for the holidays, and we're talking about the one of the original holidays that sparked probably the biggest Would you say it's the biggest holiday, like in the world, at least in the Western world, right?
In America,
in the world, period,
England.
man. Christmas is celebrated all over the world. There's Christians in pretty much every country around the world.
Yeah, through imperialism, I guess you're right. Yeah, it's definitely...
Blame the Brits. They're fucking scum.
Yeah, it's definitely the means of how it got everywhere is atrocious, and fuck that. But where all this shit came from was Rome, the helm of all that evil. And before it was all the Catholic Church, it was a bunch of crazy Romans fucking running around, and from December 17th.
Shooting each other in the head.
Yeah, shooting each other in the ass, too. Lots of holiday fucking cheer.
Lots of holiday fucking,
and they called it Saturnalia. Am I saying it right?
Saturnalia.
Yeah, something like that.
Saturnalia?
Yes.
And more or less, it was
my son's alias.
It was
All right.
Oh man, do you want to break it down, Burtman, a little bit for us?
Yeah. Saturnalia is kind of like when Jesus was born, the Romans were like, oh shit. When the Jesus story came about, they were like, oh shit, Jesus doesn't have a holiday, so they just kind of took Roman Catholicism that took the holiday of Saturnalia, which was kind of like from December 17th to the 23rd, so it kind of originally ended on the first day of the winter solstice, but then got extended to the 25th, so it kind of did encompass the whole winter solstice.
I got you, yep.
At a certain point. But, yeah, it was like a crazy holiday where they would kind of, it was like Mardi Gras meets,
Mardi Gras
meets April Fool's Day.
Meets Halloween.
Meets Halloween.
Yo, because one weird thing, I don't know if you read about this, they had this
one sacrifice.
Oh yeah,
the Lord of Misrule is what they called it.
The Lord of What is that? I kept seeing that when I was researching this shit.
So they would sacrifice somebody at a point in the festival. His name was called the Lord of Misrule. I know. I feel like I'm saying it like I'm reading it because I'm reading my bullet points here.
Break down.
It was because I can't remember. I wrote this shit in the way here.
None of us can. We're all stoners.
So it's like a random Roman citizen chosen to represent like their enemies. And they would take them, they would feed them, like plump them up almost, like they would let them have like all the finest things in life, you know, like they'd give them like women, like food, drugs
they choose
and
one
stuff.
Person and be like, all right, instead of you being the scrub, you're the fucking king. And you can fuck my wife. Everyone's got for him.
Yeah, they would just show him a great time and then murder him because they believed that it was they would sacrifice him for the god Saturn to expel the evil forces surrounding the people of Rome. That's what they thought, yeah.
Now, Nate, you were talking earlier about how the Saturn cult is like another is that another separate thing you were talking about earlier?
It's all like a lot of occult groups and people like that. They use ancient religions as their kind of basis for their like ceremony and their religious symbology and all that stuff. And they're like a huge Saturn cult basically. You know what I mean? Like Masons, all of them really. They just don't know it. Like the Star of David and the pentagram and all of that and the cube is all symbols for Saturn. They're ancient symbols for Saturn. They've been known, you know what I mean? If you trace, like, what's his name? Jordan Maxwell, you know what I mean? If you go back and you look at all the ancient religions, they all go back to the
Who
worship
is
of
Jordan
Saturn.
Maxwell, yo?
Jordan Maxwell is
trying to tell me to look up this fucking
dude.
He's
basically just like a researcher. Now he's all about space aliens and shit, but it's like whatever.
I looked at his website and I seen Bible like
he ain't a Bible thumper. He ain't a religious dude. He was back in the day. He was all about like Manly P. Hall and shit like that. You ever heard of Manly Hall?
Oh, what's Manly?
He was a famous like Masonic philosopher, and he basically wrote like their fucking books. Some of their crazy books that they're like way into. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nowadays.
In those cults, they say that they funded the empire that became Rome, which through imperialism, made a clamp across the world, and now
through like the Jesuit order, and there's all different. It's like you can't lump them all into one. You know what I mean? Because there's so many different little factions of them, but they've got very similar beliefs, and they all worship the same symbols.
So, like, going to, like, that, I know earlier you were talking about, like, I think somebody mentioned, like, the capitalism and, like, the whole, like, it's driven by gift-giving thing. Like, I thought that was a modern precept that, like, capitalism kind of superimposed on the holiday. But my little research showed that you actually, a big tradition of Saturnalia was also the exchange of gift-giving, right? Yeah. And if you didn't have an equal like, say I gave you, like, a fucking barrel of corn, and then you gave me, like a spoon or something, then everyone would you'd be, like, the subject of ridicule, you'd be shunned and shit. Yeah. And not only did you have to, so, like, that pressure of gift-giving has been long associated with this, like, this holiday. Yeah. And you know why I said earlier, it reminds me of Halloween a little bit, too, is because of, just the whole idea of role reversal and being, switching identities, things like that. And also, you had to have gifts ready, like good quality gifts ready for all the people marching through the streets. I don't know if you guys seen that. Like, a lot of it, like, throughout the whole festival, they'd all be in the streets.
Yeah, carnival. Like,
like a carnival. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And you had to be ready to take in anyone who knocked at your door, have food ready for them, and, like, have a gift that they can pot with. Damn. At the very least, a gift if they came knocking at your door.
Yeah, I would almost rather be the Lord of Misrule.
That's
a lot of pressure.
Oh, man.
I get to fucking do drugs for at least, like, a couple of days, and then you kill me?
Exactly. I'm getting
fucking
up.
sweet.
Kill me.
Send it.
See ya.
Oh, man.
I lived that life for a while anyway. You might as well just kill me now. So call it a day. I'm the Lord of this.
You're playing the long game.
Yeah.
Saturnalia, the long game.
That's me.
Basically, it goes back to the golden. They always say all the ancient religions believe that it was a golden age when Saturn ruled the Earth, and they believe that Saturn was the original sun. It was the first sun before our sun, And then some cataclysm, some shift. And then I don't know. I don't know what happened,
Someone's dick got fucking shriveled the
but
wrong way.
but that's like basically Native Americans, all these ancient religions
have a ring around
the world. They have similar stories of the same kind of story is being told.
You know what my guess is?
It's just odd.
Not to cut you off. You know what I think? Like, the more I think about it, there was so less light pollution, and, like, watching videos of, like, swamp gas and, like, some of the crazier, like, northern lights. Like, imagine those kind of natural phenomenon with no light pollution. That shit must have been fucking crazy. So,
and
like,
you could see the sky. They say they could see it. I don't
know. Probably.
Better than us.
Yes, definitely. I mean? Yeah, man. And, like, when the solar flares happened, like, they probably looked nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
they were probably
zero,
seeing some kind of shit.
No pollution in the atmosphere at all. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, it must have looked absolutely insane. But, back to the sexual nature of Saturnalia. I don't know if you read this shit.
My favorite part about it.
What do you know about it? Because I only know your favorite part, and he doesn't even know anything about it.
I know. There's usually lots of
extensive knowledge of Joe Buddy.
I have extensive knowledge of sex. I don't have extensive knowledge of Saturnalia.
Well, all right.
Saturnalia linked to porn. I mean, maybe I have some knowledge.
He's more of a Uranasalia kind of guy.
There we go. I know those things, man.
Oh man. The one thing.
I'm here to smoke weed and fucking tell and make jokes. Okay, that's why I'm here.
That's
what I'm here for today. Okay.
Yeah, you're killing it. The one thing that like, really made me think, like, wow, this, like, sparked, like, a long-standing fetishism was the beginning of Saturnalia was marked by the uncovering of his feet. Did you see that? Did you see this thing?
I thought it had something to do with the structure. I don't know how to do with somebody's feet though.
Yo,
His feet
like,
more
and
the
something to do
structure
with
probably.
Yo, it's so fucking
creeps.
weird, dude. It's
Fucking
like
creeps.
Yo, because Saturn, like Saturn, like the embodiment, the god.
Saturn.
He's
The
like,
god Saturn.
he was like, he's laying,
The
he's
Reaper,
laying
right?
down, yeah,
Yeah.
but he's like
With
laying
the
down,
scythe.
yeah,
on
with the scythe, exactly, and like,
I know the statue.
and for some reason they had like this wool covering. It got like they stopped doing it after a while, but like it was like a big long tradition for a long time. Like they had this wool covering over his feet, and then when they removed the wool, that's when like the first feast began, and like, yep, it's on. You know, it's like lighting up the Christmas tree,
Yeah.
like removing the feet, and then once they
Well,
cut
it's
it,
uncovering the feet.
then it was over. How fucking weird is that, dude?
I
and
mean,
why is it
feet,
such a
yeah.
big fuck? He's literally naked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Except for
Naked
his
under the
feet.
cloth.
It's just his feet.
That was the only like.
He's
Oh, he's got a
got the
cloth.
cloth,
He's like
he's
a
got the-
tunic.
Yeah,
He's
he's,
got like a tunic.
it's him laying on like a bench or whatever. But
I think it's grass,
or-
although isn't it something like that?
It's a
Either
stone
way.
statue you're talking
And
about.
you know what I'm
though,
talking
right?
about,
Yeah,
laying
I know
sideways,
I know
yeah.
the statue you're talking about. They've depicted him like that in that form. He's always depicted laying down like that. I know a little bit about ancient fucking mythology and
Ancient
shit.
fucking.
So I
Saturn
know
is
a bit about
Kronos.
ancient fucking, and I especially know some
Father
things about
time.
ancient mythologies.
No, he is
And,
Kronos.
Yeah, exactly.
Kronos.
That's where
Father
that's what
time,
gets to.
Saturn is
Yo,
fucking just-
Kronos
Yeah.
fucking
The
ate
Greeks
all
use
his
this
children.
fucking,
It's exactly Greek.
He's
translates
fucking,
into
he's
He's Zeus's
Yeah.
father.
yeah.
And the only reason why Zeus lives is because his wife basically was tired of him eating all their children.
and they fed
Yeah.
the fucking
a stone, and
Yeah.
then fucking saved Zeus, put him aside, and
Yeah.
then they castrated Kronos so he couldn't have any more children.
kids.
Yeah.
And that's why it's always false when they say that Zeus is the god of all the gods. It's really Kronos,
Kronos.
you know.
It is
But then
Kronos.
Zeus
they got
is
it,
now.
then he got cucked out like
Yeah.
fucking
Zeus is the god of all gods now.
now. But he's the OG is
Yeah, Louis Cipher.
Louis Cipher.
Saturn.
King of Saturn. And
Kronos.
isn't the ring around Saturn fucking
It's an electromagnetic
field,
band
yeah,
degraded
and
by
then they-
spaceships, man.
yes, and then the ring is the symbol.
Just a
They're
giant.
trying
The
to bind
rings-
that.
okay.
They're trying to bind the golden positive vibes down, man.
Yes. And that what they do is they take the information encoded in Saturn's rings, and then they use the symbols, the satanic symbols,
Yeah.
which have such an array from literally just a black fucking cube to almost
Yeah.
like Madonna's logo. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Like everything in between is used as a broadcast system for,
Yeah, for
the
Satan.
simulation that we
Yeah,
all
the
live.
Luciferian fucking Matrix, man.
Yes. I don't know
Sure.
if you guys knew that, but that's the real fucking
That's
Nate knows.
science,
dude.
Fucking Skate knows.
Yeah.
That's science.
And that
That's
is
the real
science.
science, B.
Ah, yes. I believe it's that time of year yet again, boys and girls. Yes, the season of Saturnalia is upon us.
At this special time of year, top is bottom, bottom is top, mom is pop, pop is mom. Slave and master swap, and you do whatever you want. That's right. Here's our songs of Saturnalia.
What's this I'm feeling? A tongue in the bum, 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 bum. For Saturn, my master shoves his tongue in my bum, sucks on my chub, sucks on my cum. And that was the family favorite, Little Hummer Boy. Also on our collection, we have the classic hits, Baby Take This Pole Inside, and also the family favorite, All I Want for Saturnalia is to Kill You.
You can't even have my home. My wife is here for you to bone. Here's a jug of booze. All I want for a Saturnalia is to kill you.
Along with other songs such as Rudolph the Blue-Balled Blacksmith and everybody's favorite, Grandma Got Fucked in Her Age Rear. Get this collection today and enjoy Saturnalia with you and yours. Available from Scum Dungeon Records.
Yo, you know what? I don't know what you feel like, Burtman. Like, I want to do like associations. I think of Saturnalia, and what it reminds me of. And I thought the Gathering. For this one thing, it's a week
Gathering
off.
of the Juggalos, man.
Gathering of the Juggalos. I always forget.
Of the Juggalos.
Gathering of the Juggalos.
We're gathering Druggalos.
2 whoops for anybody out there.
We love you all.
I'm still a clown soda cult gang member. So I feel you. The soda gang clown cult.
Soda gang.
Yeah, but why it reminds me of that is because it's like this week-long party that all the lower working class get to go, and then the roles are reversed. They feel like kings. You know, it's nothing but decadence.
Gathering's the greatest.
Oh, yeah.
You
Gathering's
know,
one of the greatest experiences that anyone should probably never experience. You probably shouldn't go there if you haven't been there.
Well, the gathering.
But if you've been there, then you know how amazing
It's probably
it is.
deteriorated.
No,
Burtman, tell them.
So the gathering with like their loose drug laws. They had the drug bridge there, which I've been to a fair amount of music festivals in my day, but that was the only one where there was no cops anywhere, no discretion. There's just this one bridge where everyone had signs and megaphones. You can go there and get anything from like rags of ether to. I got synthetic white. It was white. It was like synthetic opium once. But a huge range of the weirdest whatever you can find. No one ever got in any trouble.
No.
Like Saturnalia was kind of like a purge. Like you could do all these things and not get in trouble for it, but just for that limited amount of time. The gathering of the Juggalos was very comparable in that aspect because you can really do no wrong there. You know? Except for that one year that guy stabbed a carny. That he got.
That's what I always tell
That's
everybody.
the one thing you just don't stab a carny. You know, if Saturnalia had that, it'd be the same exact.
But Saturnalia, you could
If they had a
stab a
rule that said
carny.
don't stab
Don't stab the carny, said Saturnalia. You know.
I mean, but Nate says you could stab the
They
carnies at
could.
Saturnalia.
They could. Back then,
well,
they
I
were-
mean-
If
they
anything,
were
you stab the
violent.
king. Right? Because that's what they did. Wasn't that what Saturnalia was
they
all
did
about?
sacrifice that one dude. Yeah, I didn't know what it was. I just knew they had a sacrifice and
Yeah,
a
you
feast.
should get honored for stabbing somebody at Saturnalia.
But I'm
instead
pretty
of-
sure
Yeah.
it got a little lawless, and they said sometimes it was violent in the stupid Wikipedia.
Which way is this going? This way?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah.
That doesn't always mean it happened all the time, but I'm sure some people got stabbed up in like barroom brawls.
You know what's crazy is
They're
I
all
know
fucked up.
you're speaking of what you're saying. I read a little bit about that too, and a little bit more is those sacrifices got banned by the very people who used to put them on because it got turned into too much of a bloodlust.
Yeah, it was,
and then they people
Held
would
them.
secretly kill
Sacrifice
their
people.
own, like family members.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Would have their own little. What do you call them? The imbecile king or whatever the fuck it is.
Lord of the Turds.
Lord of the Turds.
Lord of Misrule. That's
Lord of
Misrule.
Misrule. Did I say the imbecile king? No, that's me.
Me.
No, but yeah. So I don't know. It's funny that they it was like to protect the people, and then they pretty much said, "Fuck you. We're still gonna kill ourselves." Like,
Yeah, we're still gonna kill ourselves. Somebody.
yeah.
Grab that chair.
I know. I'm sitting. No, I'm going with 50.
Come on down.
I'm sitting on the couch, B.
Oh man. Yeah, but I don't know. Saturnalia. That is pretty much the origins of the fucking what we know today as Christmas, and
Krampus.
another Krampus. Uncle Krampus.
I want to talk to Krampus.
I want to talk to Krampus.
Yeah, they got the Christmas tree when they were trying to convert pagans to their to Roman Catholicism. They were like, as the pagans worshipped the forest, so they'd pull trees into their houses to do rituals around.
No
So
shit.
that was part of one of the sign-on bonuses for Roman Catholicism. Was like, hey, you can bring your tree.
You can bring your
Yeah,
tree.
so-
Right, because
That's where Christmas
in
trees
the
came from.
beginning, they were trying to appeal to mad pagans.
To all the
right?
different,
Yeah,
different
yeah.
religions.
That's
They wanted to
why-
convert different religions everywhere.
That's why they had to base their holidays on some like a bunch of their holidays.
Bro, the
and
Christians are known to change
incorporate.
their
That's what I'm
rules
saying.
and their beliefs based
Well,
around
at the end
what
of the
what
day, it's a control
they are.
mechanism.
Yeah, because they absorb an already established base
Like
of
if you go to
people.
South America,
Yeah.
this is something I read. You go to South America to like missions and like in the Amazon and shit like that. The Bible, the stories in the Bible are different
to fit the
to
needs.
fit what goes on in their tradition and in their need and like in their world, so that they can so that the story still makes sense,
I don't
the
know,
proverbs
man.
still make sense, but it's
I feel
all
like I
based
could still
on
get
their.
the King James.
They don't. It's the King James Bible is different, and they've shown like ones next to each other from the same era, like just different missions because they're trying. It's like a Catholic thing, and it's to appeal to the masses around where they are
sense
to convert the most people as possible.
Like All Saints Day, isn't All Saints Day November 1st, which is also El Dia de los Muertos, whatever the fuck it's called?
The South American holiday.
El Dia de los Muertos is like the 31st or something, right?
I think it's actually the day after. I think
day
it's right about to be the day after.
I think it's November 1st, and then
November 1, okay.
And then they turned it into All Saints Day. Who has a phone that's faster than mine? Because my shit is fucking terrible. We're gonna do the instant internet breakdown. That's something I've realized I've said every episode now because we fucking.
That's awesome.
We've come to this point.
Thursday, November 1st.
November 1st. Okay.
A Christian festival in honor of all the saints held in the Western Church.
So I've heard, because that's still huge. This is like the remnants of what I remember from like 8th grade and freshman Spanish, honestly, because it was like one of the times where I peeked my head up, oh shit, and the Day of the Dead on October 31st. They pretty much like when the Catholic Church went down there and pillaged all of the South America. They fucking did that same bargaining chip as they did with
Spanish Inquisition.
Yes,
man.
and and that's how they sold them on it. Like you can still do your cool festival, but it's All Saints Day now, motherfucker.
That's a little something different.
Do you know we still live under that law, that Admiralty law, that from the Vatican? That is, we live under corporate law. It's called something Admiralty law, man, and it's comes down basically from the Inquisition. That's where all our legal system is based on. All of that. That's why it's all ecclesiastical. Like the judge wears black, like the priests wear black and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because
it's mirroring. That's where it came from originally. So that's why all that shit is happening. That's why there's different legal terms mirror those terms, banking terms and legal terms.
It's crazy the synergy of it all, man. It's pretty wild.
But yeah, it all comes from like the Jesuits and the Vatican at the end of the day.
You gotta be careful when Nate gets going on his old stuff because he knows a lot and he'll just tell you everything.
Oh yeah, dude, the esoteric knowledge of Stan Edson is something that I sought to make this happen.
The kid don't even need a phone. It's fucking.
It's already embedded. He literally, just so the fucking world knows, whenever Nate goes off on those kind of tangents, you can almost hear him.
He's not checking a phone.
He's not checking a phone. You can tell when he's
in his brain. The kid's in his head, fucking deep.
He was born with this fucking knowledge, just inherent in his brain.
Day of the Dead shit.
No, but yeah, like you guys said, they absorb the local fucking traditions, so then it's an easier sell. You know what I mean? Like, I know we just
absorption.
Yeah, easy.
I know we just killed all of your fucking family members, but we're the bosses now, and so this is our religion. You have to follow it. Yeah. But to make it a little bit better for you, we're going to let you do a couple of your things and make it a little easier.
You can worship the family members we just killed on that altar on that day.
I just thought of that too. The judges and the priests, they wear black, but they wear black in veneration of the god Saturn.
Oh shit! Back to Saturn.
But
dude.
Facts. That's another part of the Saturn cult.
If you look into this shit beyond us,
deep,
it's true. I mean, if any, you can just listen. Nate explained it, and you can look it up on your own if you want. The satanic.
The facts are out there.
Yeah, facts are out there.
Facts are there. We're not fact spewers.
We are just,
not. We don't make the facts. We just repeat them.
That's right.
What's his name?
And then some facts that we made up on our own.
Yes. But the truth is subjective, isn't it? My truth might be different than your truth. What is truth anyway in 2018?
Just gonna be a good joke.
What isn't subjective in 2018?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of jokes about that one.
Yo, I honestly, it really blew my mind, the whole pressure, the social pressure of the gift giving of Saturnalia, because I thought, like, because that was before any of the fucking
corporate, like,
anything,
large corporate bodies.
That's apparently just an inherent thing that we like to do, like, or something. I don't know why.
I think it's a control.
Not being a shitbag is kind of.
I think it's
what that is.
But they also feel like the amount of pressure for that kind of situation, part of Saturnalia was like the slave owner switching places with the slave, so they would camp with the slave all day. Yeah. And that's very silly, very not like a serious kind of gift-giving expectation as you guys were explaining, because I didn't read about that. Maybe I didn't do as much research as you guys did.
Yeah,
that might have been.
I just kind of brought
what they, I did
Me
the main Wikipedia and then the subsequent like History Channel articles all had like the same thing. So then there was like a YouTube video I watched that was like 8 facts about Saturnalia or something, and that was honestly the only like deeper thing I found out about it. And then that was also where I learned about the feet thing too. Those are the 2 facts that I like that weren't just like on every other fucking article.
Followed by private gift giving.
Private gift giving.
See, they had a public
I'll give you
banquet.
your gift if you give me time.
A public banquet followed by private gift giving and continual partying.
Yeah,
dude. Carnival atmosphere.
Oh, like Tempest Weekend.
That
one.
Yeah.
Like Tempest Week. That's an inside Juggalo joke. I know there has to be at least a few people from Worcester class of 2004 out there.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that was a week of decadence in Worcester, Massachusetts, where there was like back to back again. The Juggalo comparison shows like it was like Twisted ICP and all their contingents.
You're right, dude. Gambling was permitted and masters provided table service for their slaves.
Oh yeah, you didn't read about the reverse roll shit? Yeah, that shit's huge. That was like almost the main like
the big part.
Yeah, that's the big selling point. It's like holy shit.
Yep, I think the
king of the Saturnalia.
So yeah, that whole role reversal thing's pretty funny, and like I don't know, it blew my mind, and I'm trying so hard to segue this shit, dude. I'm like the guy who had the IT campaign back in 2000, like it's gonna be dope, and this segue is gonna be awesome. But no, let's beat it all, let's all beat off. No, let's get the rest of let's beat Saturnalia to death, so then we can move on to the
Well, another part of the holiday was you were allowed to cheat on your spouse. That wasn't frowned upon.
Oh shit! I didn't see.
So Saturnalia might have also been the birthplace of cuckolding. Who knows?
Ah!
Jesus.
The birthplace of the cucks. Oh man!
I guarantee you,
Mary
it was either the Greeks or the Romans. I said it was either the Greeks or the Romans.
Yeah.
One of those 2 fucks, guaranteed.
One of those 2 fucking cucks.
But they used to exchange mad poetry too. That's what it says here.
So people
wax
again,
figurines and
God.
Poetry.
Yep.
Known as
sigil
something.
Like sigils in
3D
form.
Yeah.
Nowadays you just print it out of your fucking 3D printer. You don't even care. There's no. Yo, I wonder if they still do that. Like if that's still a common practice
in Italy.
Yeah.
Shit, who knows, man?
A week-long vacation. That's pretty badass.
Maybe like the wax figures and the poems and shit. But like, I don't think they're fucking up each other's wives.
In the middle of the street.
There might be some old ass rich people out there. Like they probably kill like a baby or something.
Yeah.
You know,
that's fucked up. That I just laughed at that.
But it's real.
True. Yeah. Oh, definitely.
You know, there's probably like a few of them that gather and do that, but it's small. I doubt they're in like Roman fucking outfits. You know what I mean? Like
no one's dressed up as Saturn with the fucking scythe and just get killed at the end of the week.
Yeah, no.
Bro, it's gotta be the best.
So when I seen all that, it just reminded me of because and I'm sure you do, and probably a lot of people listening out there about the I don't know, the fucking cold indifference that a lot of us have towards the holidays because of how commercialized it's been since literally beyond when we were born, you know what I mean? Not that I don't have nostalgia myself, but I'm just saying, like, it got a little out of control to where, like, we had and still have, and I don't think it's gonna end Black Friday now to cater to these needs. And so I was thinking, like, wow, we still kind of, like, have that, can't get rid of that bloodlust all over the, like, having the best gift And then I looked up. I wanted to see how many deaths there were on Black Friday because I was like, there has to be.
Oh, there's
fucking,
deaths every year.
There's been 10 deaths since like the official Black Friday sale inception, recognized as like a national sale.
For this one? For this Black Friday?
No. Since let me see. Since 2006, there's been 10 deaths
Jesus.
and 111 injuries. Now, and then we also have some. Ridiculous, right? We also have some honorable mentions. Starting in 2010, there was an employee suicide at Zanesville. I don't know where the fuck Zanesville is. Joanne's Fabrics.
Jesus.
And then they closed the door. They closed the doors afterwards for Black Friday. So that's one death. For some reason, that's not included in the official count. And then in 2014, a man stabbed a coworker at a Costco. I don't know why. Like, what kind of crazy ass Black Friday? What kind of sick motherfucker is going nuts at a Costco? Isn't Costco like a wholesale food? Like, isn't that like BJ's? Like industrial-sized mayonnaise packets or whatever.
I think
the
they got
fuck,
lavish shit. They like giant TVs or stuff.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
they
I
do.
guess you're right. Yeah.
Oh, BJ's does too, though. BJ's has that same shit.
I thought
BJ's
it
is more
was-
than just like food. It's a bulk. It's a bulk buying place. It's a place for families. It's like a Sam's Club or a fucking whatever.
I forgot that they sell actual commodities. I just pictured people like beating each other to death.
No,
with,
it's they just buy in
Chasing
bulk.
each other with forklifts, giant pallets on them.
Exactly.
Running people over with a forklift.
That's actually on the list. I'm just playing. Then there's a murder-suicide. Why the fuck are these honorable mentions not included in the official count? There's a murder-suicide.
Because they're probably not like shoppers like clambering to get through
They're
the
talking
doors,
about
like,
exactly. They're trying to talk about
trampling
people
deaths.
dying due to Black
to the
Friday madness.
Yeah, you know what
these
I'm
are
saying?
these are events that
That
happen
happened
on Black Friday. In
I
store.
getcha. Yeah, at the location.
Yeah.
Wow.
While other assholes were out there fucking shopping and
beating
beating
each
each
other to
other
death.
for t-shirts and
People were beating each other on the floor for packages.
beating each other for PS4s.
Yeah.
Well, like, I mean, I'm curious about those 111 or whatever it was amount of deaths. Like, I want to hear those stories.
No,
the
111
injuries.
injuries.
Injuries. Oh,
10 deaths.
Well, I guess
10
10 deaths would be
I can
short
run
of a
them
read.
down. You want me to run them down? I
Yeah,
got them.
what
All
the-
right,
the 10
we're gonna go.
deaths.
All right,
Yeah, I'll
well,
10.
it's all in a. All right, here we go. It's
10 deaths. Give me.
the 10 deaths or the 111 I got them all right
I
here.
want the 10 deaths. I
10
don't care
deaths
about
is
the
10
injuries.
deaths. All right,
I don't
10
care about
deaths,
the
okay.
injuries. Those assholes are probably.
I'm sure there's some pretty funny ones, but that's 111
Okay,
is too
so in
much.
2000, it was started in 2008. A worker dies at a Long Island Walmart after being trampled in a Black Friday stampede. That's one.
Well, that's good.
And then we got this one's a little more interesting. I feel like we're gonna get a lot of tramplings. This one,
Yeah.
a Southern California Toys R Us shooting leaves 2 dead.
Jesus.
Man, rest in peace, Jeffrey.
SoCal.
That'd be funny. Funny and beat to death with a Furby or something. You know?
Jeffrey's back though. They came back.
No way,
They're
really?
making a comeback. Yeah, I read something about it the other day.
Furbies?
No,
Us ain't
Toys R
coming
Us.
back.
Yes, they are. 100%.
Dude,
No, they
totally
shut
not
down
that
and then
big.
they're coming back as like maybe an online entity or
Online.
something like that.
Oh,
or
okay.
whatever. But they're
Nice.
coming back as like another entity after
No.
declaring
Now it's a
bankruptcy.
store. Oh, look at
Fuck
those sneaks.
Toys R Us. I was KB Toys kid.
Oh, dude.
Way
I
out.
know, right?
My initials were KB, so
Oh,
that was
shit.
like the cool
Hell
shit back in the
yeah.
day,
Hell
like
yeah,
a KB
Kind
Toys.
right?
Then it was kind of
Yeah,
middle
that's
school, you know. I
Kind
was
Bud
spoiled.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was spoiled
Toys,
back
man.
then.
I had kind buddy even in middle school.
That's what I'm saying.
Kind Bud Toys.
So then we got we have a Clarksville woman trampled, another trampling during Black Friday shopping. A former Marine stabbed a Best Buy store employee. No, a former Marine was stabbed in a Best Buy store by another customer.
No.
And
that's
then
not good.
I shouldn't laugh at that. A trans woman assaulted at a Kohl's department store in Jackson, Tennessee. That's not a big surprise. Sorry,
Yeah.
Tennessee.
So
Yeah.
Tennessee's kind of.
And that's not cool at all.
No.
Los Angeles. Oh, this is another injury. 20 people pepper sprayed at a Walmart, and we have 2011 a Black Friday Target shooting.
Jesus,
and then they
shootings.
Yeah, and apparently
Who's going out on Black Friday with guns?
I know.
but they have a sale there. So they go get
They're like, this is my TV.
In Baltimore, they don't even have to bring the cops. Don't have to bring the toy guns with them. They're planting the suspects. They're just right there. Just grab them and put one down.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah, in Tennessee, the guns are probably on sale next to the TV. So I mean,
I know, he like bought the shotgun over the counter before he blew 2 dudes away to get his television.
In 2012.
He's like, I'll buy this pump action on sale.
No, exactly.
I'm getting all the gifts.
You can fucking kill me. Oh man. In 2012, Black Friday shoppers were hit by a suspected drunk driver in a Walmart parking lot. Nobody died there, actually. But also in 2012, a father was charged in a crash that killed his own daughters after a Black Friday shopping spree when he was leaving, driving recklessly. Which is
he's a dick.
Yeah, that's a sad motherfucker.
Yeah.
There's actually there's more people dying coming home too. In 2013, a teen returning home from Black Friday shopping spree fell asleep at the wheel. And
Yeah, because a bunch of assholes are staying up fucking super late till
God.
Black Friday.
But that was like 2 seconds ago.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, literally.
Because I just
Couple
looked up and
seconds.
I was like, oh,
That just fell.
and we're back. Yeah, but Black Friday.
Black Friday Bandaroo.
Friday.
The Black Friday Bandaroo.
Black Friday. Black Friday has always just bugged me out and how like cutthroat and bloodthirsty people get over what's supposed to be such a like heartwarming and
Well, what it is, too,
cheerful holiday.
Man, as much cheer and like positive vibes that are associated with Christmas and stuff, there's like negative energy
So much
lingering
bullshit.
anyways, because mad people without families, and there's a lot of people bumming at the holidays too.
I hate the holidays.
You know what
It's
I'm
one of
saying?
my favorite times of the year.
There's cheer and stuff like that, and that's what you try to focus on.
Definitely.
You know
There's a
what
shit
I
ton of
mean?
people that died right around Christmas. It's
Yeah,
like one of
well,
my
yeah,
favorite
yeah,
times
yeah,
of the year,
Fuck,
man.
Jesus Christ.
But I
don't
mean,
wanna do it.
and even besides all that, there's just legit people out there. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, definitely, yeah. And it sucks.
On
There's
the streets, you know what I
there's
mean?
a-
Like bums and shit. They have nothing.
There's a cognitive
And
dissonance.
they see people like going to fucking De Beers to buy like a diamond bracelet for their wife, and they're like on the corner.
It's fucked, yeah.
You know what I
It
mean?
makes you feel wrong for even celebrating. I worked in a...
I never feel wrong for celebrating anything that I do
Yeah.
because I worked really hard to get to
That's
where
what
I'm
I'm
at.
saying,
So
but-
fuck anyone who thinks anything different about that and thinks that I shouldn't or you shouldn't celebrate in the way that you can afford and have worked hard to be able to do. Now, that's not to say that rich fucks shouldn't give back some more, because a lot of these rich pricks out there can totally afford to give more and pay taxes more and whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you worked hard for your shit, man, live it, bro. Go hard on Christmas. Show
Oh
your
no,
family a good time,
definitely.
man.
No,
I don't
I'm
do
not
that
saying
shit, but yo, live it.
there's no way to. I wanted to go on that rant, but there's no way. That's no way to live. You know, like
Fuck
you know,
that.
I used to in the psych hospital. I used to tell people that all the time. People who had it even worse, and that's what's so sad is people who already have it the worst.
Yeah.
Would be like sitting there like, oh, I don't have a right to complain, da 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 da, because and I'd be like, you fucking
can definitely
actually
have
if
a right to
anyone
complain.
did, you should have a certificate, a license, like fucking.
Yeah,
You
right?
got it, dude. You know what I mean?
You can
Like you
complain.
can fucking complain all you want, dude. You know what I mean? And I worked two Christmases in a row in the psych hospital, and it's sad, you know. And people gave less and less. Honestly,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
because like local churches, that's one thing I'll say. Like, you know, we talk a lot of shit about religion and everything, but there is good aspects to it. You know what I mean? Like, you
because
know,
there's
like
genuine,
I don't talk shit about
mad
religions, I
people.
just don't
Parishes,
follow none of that
individual
shit.
when
parishes can be
I
good.
want to be clear also, when I talk
I have
shit,
no
Hold
hate
on,
for any-
let the man talk, because
Yeah,
we talk.
yeah.
Me and this kid talk a lot of shit about
I
religion,
know.
so
I have-
let him talk.
I want to say that we have zero hate for any religions
Yes.
out here. No, none of us hate on that. We pick things apart because we believe differently.
not what
Me
I'm
personally,
saying.
I'm an anti-theist. I don't believe in any organized religion. I think it's all a joke, kind of, that people
definitely.
think that they can assign names and
Parables that got out of control.
Yeah, how can you create this idea around a religion? Like every religion is man-made, and that's just what it boils down to. Every organized religion was man-made, not anything other than that. So
All I'm
don't know.
trying to
I
say
don't
is,
believe in none of that.
Now
shit.
let Nate speak.
all I'm trying to say is that I don't have any disrespect. Mainly religions are filled with genuinely good-hearted people that just want to do good and be good and live a nice, happy life. It's, you know, it's an upper echelon, an elite, you know, a few that are the bad eggs mainly. And not only that, but it's like most people are genuinely good. I have no problem with most Catholics or Christians.
people
They're
suck,
great
but-
people, but you know what I mean?
No, definitely. But you fucking.
But I know where their religions came from. I know what they come from. And I'm not trying to insult them or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But I just am not going to be bamboozled by...
No bullshit.
No, I don't like that shit either, to keep it real. But we just wanted to do a little disclaimer that we're not targeting anyone specifically. We're targeting all of you.
Straight
So
up.
another death in 2016. This actually isn't a fucking death, but I just like it. A policeman was stabbed in the neck, confronting a shoplifter in Leeds. So I think that's it. Leeds is
London.
That's in the
That's
UK.
London,
Yeah.
man. Or
No,
yeah,
man,
in the
this was
UK,
up
not
there.
in London, but yeah.
He poked a dude up.
Yep, and then we got also in 2000.
The security guard came to bust him, and he was like, nope.
Yeah, nope. Wait a minute, you saying the security guard killed the police?
I wonder
Nah.
what he was stealing.
Like, this
No.
is mine.
The
Nah.
shoplifter.
The shoplifter.
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
shoplifter stabbed
Right, yeah.
up the security
Yes,
guard.
he
in
did.
the
He was
neck,
stealing the
man.
knife.
Yes,
He's
he
like,
did.
I got to use it.
That's awesome.
He wasn't actually stealing. He was testing the merchandise before he paid for it.
Exactly.
And then was then arrested.
Whatever to the customer's always right. You know what I mean?
Jesus.
Fuck, dude.
Some of these people. That's what we got Black Friday, is the customer always being taken right.
It's true. So then we take it back by beating the shit out of each other.
Dude, Black Friday ain't even shit. Black Friday, they make more money.
go
off
tell
us
Black
on
Friday
Black
then.
Friday.
Yeah.
I think it's funny because people think it's some kind of big sale that they're all saving so much on, like corporate America's giving you such a fucking break. They're still fucking you right up the ass. Like,
You know how little they pay for all that crap
that's what I'm
they sell you?
saying, dude. And they're just
For hundreds
and
and
people are
hundreds
like,
of
oh
dollars.
man. And then they go there and they ain't even a fucking sale happening and they still buy the fucking TV.
Wow.
They're like, oh, the sale ended at 2.
Yo. So we in 2016, a San Antonio man helped a woman that was this is weirded so weird. This is worded so weird. A San Antonio man helped a woman being beaten in a Walmart parking lot, shot dead.
Jesus.
What does that even mean?
Oh man, so he
He
was
helped
He was
helping
another
helping the other lady and got
He was
shot.
helping the
Ah.
lady. who
What,
was
beat
getting
another person?
beaten.
No, the lady was being beaten. He
The
probably
lady was
tried to
getting
help
beat
the
up, he
lady
tried to rescue
from
the
being
lady.
beat up.
Hey!
And then he.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't pick up. You good?
Alright. Just wanna make sure.
You good?
The fucking this one is not a death. I think that might be it for the death.
Ooh.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot.
That was a lot of
The
deaths. I'm
fucking-
not gonna lie.
Yeah, I guess
But-
you're right. Not as much as I wanted.
Yeah,
Not
I'm
as much carnage.
I'm sorry.
But-
I'm a fan of blood and gore. I can't help myself.
But yo,
I was
two-
hoping for some like comedic relief, like somebody
They-
getting strangled
I got
with a
one
jump
right
rope,
here.
jump rope or something.
you're pretty close.
Stretch
There's in 2000.
Armstrong.
Oh, yo, I wish.
Amazing.
Oh, that
It's
would
the
be
wiener dog
Yeah,
run.
that-
The wiener dog run.
See, if you look up the ones from the 90s, though, those are probably the brutal ones, man.
Yeah, when it was just
Before
like
it- when it
was a
wasn't-
low key. It used to be a low key thing.
Yeah,
remember?
Black
Like,
Friday sales
yeah.
were just like, some
you knew
stores
about
did
it.
them and not everywhere did it. It wasn't huge.
Yeah, now it's the fucking cult following.
It is a
Yeah.
cult. The
Now
cult
everyone-
is-
now
They even got
every-
Cyber Mondays. It even has like a junior holiday
yeah,
too.
right,
It's
Like,
major.
what the fuck is that?
Shameless drop.
dude?
Everybody
Cyber
does fucking
Monday.
does like Black Friday to Cyber Monday fucking deals now, including us. Go on the website.
Mass
What are we
cannabis
doing?
chefs,
Just
We
baby.
will be. Shameless plugging. I'll do that right now.
Do it. MassCannabisChefs.com.
Yeah, get it all weekend. We're 25% off.
25% off.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna end it with this, so it's not completely morbid. In 2016,
I like
a shirtless man uses his belt as a whip outside of Vancouver Black Friday sale.
That's what I was hoping for.
In Vancouver, that was probably they forgot to mention that it's like during fetish week.
But that's like Canadian news. That's not even American news.
I know,
That's such a Canadian Black Friday arrest.
Gaming motherfucker.
I know. Back off.
And that was the worst thing that happened on their Black Friday.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. There's no death in fucking
In
Canada
they
over
just
it.
get beat with fucking belts.
Get back, I say.
Get back here.
Don't make me do it. Oh shit. Well, do you have anything coming up, Burtman, that you wanna plug, Kyle?
I mean, I get a show tomorrow. This isn't coming out.
Yeah, this ain't coming out for a while. That's why I'm saying more like a monthly. Plug the monthly, maybe.
In Denver, I got a show every last Monday of the month at the Monkey Bar on Santa Fe Drive called Monthly and Around because it's monthly.
At the Monkey Bar?
It's free. Come check it out. Yeah, boom.
Boom!
Come find me.
It's a good draw.
It was great seeing you, man. It's been a long time. We hope you get next time you come around, you come by again. But yeah, Stone is saying things. 50 funny names: Joe, Buddy, Skate, Edson, and Kyle Burtman saying, "Happy Saturnalia."
Saturnalia.
Christmas.